Hey, it's Mack with PriceActionTradingSystem.com, and it's Thursday. It's February 27th. This will be our chart lesson today. A couple of housekeeping things before we get started. This is going to be a quick. I've already done this thing a couple of times a day, and every time I upload it, yesterday's video. So I'm trying this one more time, and I hope it uploads today. I think it has something related to my mouse. Every time I click my mouse, I get a double click out of it. So I don't know what's going on. It's happened to me one time before. We never could pinpoint a problem, and it just stopped. But suddenly my mouse is doing that again. So I'm hoping that I'm gonna probably rush through this one pretty quick because this is all, like I said, this is the third time I've done a chart lesson today, and I wanted to be out of here. I could have actually been out here at 1 o'clock if the first one wouldn't have gone, and it's 4 o'clock. So I got 4 hours in the video. I don't even have a video up yet. So, um, but anyway, now my headphones are beeping at me, telling me the battery's going to die. So maybe it's just not meant for us to have a chart lesson today. I don't know. I'm going to try to get through this one. Hopefully we don't lose volume before um, we get done. Couple of things though. I may not come in tomorrow. I have a sick daughter at home, and I may just stay home with her tomorrow if she's home from school. She's been calling me all day, not feeling good, and she's lonely at home by herself. So I may take a 3-day weekend and take off and join her. We'll just have to see. The other thing is about every 6 months or 12, about once or twice a year, somebody's going to come in on the videos and start causing troubles. These people always have an agenda. Either they're failed traders that are mad about something, or which a lot of they're either that or they're some kind of vendor or internet marketer that um, doesn't like the message we're putting out there, and they come in and they start, demanding you show them, prove this, prove that. You can't ever prove enough to make these people happy. So, they want to see you do a live trade. You do a live trade, and then they want to see you post your trade, all your trades every day. So you post some trades, and then that's not good enough. And then they want to see your tax returns and your trading statements. And I'm just going to say this, and I'm going to move on. If you go, let's say you want a carpenter to come do some work for you. If you don't demand that carpenter's income statement to prove he's a carpenter, you ask for references. You look to see what's out there on him. You ask people about him, and that's how you figure out if he's a good carpenter. You're not going to find out because by looking at his income statements, his tax returns. Let's say you want a doctor. You want a good doctor. If you walk in that doctor's office and say you're not, I'm not letting you work on me or do a checkup on me, do you prove that you're a good doctor by showing me your tax returns? That's ludicrous. And to ask anybody, and I'm not defending any other teachers that teach trading out there. There's some good ones and there's some bad ones. I'll be the first one to admit there's some people out there that are there just to take your money. But you're still just wasting time. Nobody's ever going to show you their income statement, regardless. And I'm certainly not going to come on up here and post pictures of my home and my vehicles and things. I mean, that's what a charlatan does. And I'll tell you, I drive an expensive vehicle. I live in a nice home. I have those things. I'm not going to post pictures of them on the internet. There's people out there that have seen my home, and there's people out there that have seen my vehicle. So if they want to post it, yes, Mac lives in this nice place or drives that kind of vehicle, then they're welcome to do that, but I'm not posting pictures of them. So don't ask that. You're never going to see my tax return. You're never going to see my broker statements. That's ridiculous. Nobody's going to show you that. And I spend hours and hours on these videos each week, and they're free. And people have the gall to complain about it. Either watch the free video and use it for what you can, for your benefit. That's why they're there. And if you don't find any benefit on it, move on to the other guy that'll charge you $1,000 a month for his trading room where you'll never make a dime, okay? It's there. So go, I don't know how to, I don't even know what to say when people do this, but I just have to bite my tongue and say, I understand. There's haters. There's going to be haters. There's losers. He's probably a trader that's never made a dime and he doesn't think anybody else can. or he's selling something himself and he doesn't like the message I'm sending. It's one of those two things. I don't know which. I don't care. I'm not even going to try to find out. I don't care who he is. He's welcome to come in and watch the videos. If he's posted some more stuff, I just deleted it. I gave him a voice. The first message I could have just deleted it, but no, I gave him a chance, and I responded to him in a nice way that most anybody would respond to him nicely. But he continues to send me more stuff, but I just deleted them. They're not going to show up there, and and if he continues, I'm asking him nicely not to do it anymore. If he continues, I'll just boot him out. I'll ban him from the channel or whatever. But they always come back in different names, and he may be somebody that we've booted before that's coming back under a different name. I don't know. So, but don't, thank all of y'all for the nice notes and things you send me. Don't feel obligated to send me any, because it doesn't bother me. I appreciate all of you and and all the support and the nice notes I get and the success stories I get. And if you really want to see what we do, go look at our testimonials page, because it's all there. All those testimonials were sent to me. They're all copied directly from the email that they were sent to me. I don't doctor them up or anything. And every one of them are unsolicited. I don't ask for any testimonials. So if you want to know a little bit about what we do, just read the testimonials. I assure you, I'll give you my word, which probably means nothing if you don't know me, that it's all legitimate. I wouldn't make that stuff up. I make a little money selling some manuals and for the premium section, but trust me, it's peanuts for the amount of time I put in for these videos and do them for free every day. And I'd never ask anybody. I never make a sales pitch during them, and I just don't get it. But anyway, that's enough about that. Let's move on to something more positive. Again, remember, I may not be in tomorrow. If there's no video, you'll know why. I hope this one actually gets uploaded and gets finished. But let's talk about the trades real quick. When we first came in this morning, this was all you had to work with, was this little tight channel. This is a nice little tight, strong channel going up. There's a new low here. Watch this. First entry short, a second leg up, a measured second leg up, and a failed second entry short. Just go long right there. Quick, easy scalp. Comes back. No runners or anything, but you get a little two-legged correction. So that's a second entry long. Look at that rejection right off what turned out to be a median line and right off the EMA. That's what rejection looks like. Just put your stop right there. It's a second entry long. Boom. Another quick scalp. It comes back. No runners. You might have even thought about entering on this breakout pullback. I thought it was a little risky. I didn't mark it, but we already had a trend line break and a little two-legged move up, so it was kind of risky going long there. So I didn't mark it at all. And then it sells off, and you really could have gone short right here. I went back and forth. I'm going to go ahead and mark this one in green. An aggressive trader is going to take this because we had this trend channel break and move up, and then you got a trap here. It's a failed second entry long. Look at that reversal type bar. We're still above the EMA, and that's why I really didn't like it. But there's enough room to scalp out before you get back to the EMA. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that one in green. And I didn't like this one because of the congestion, but it's the same thing. You did kind of have a trend channel down line going there, and there's a good chance we're working lower because we've already followed the rules here. But I'm not going to mark that one because of the congestion. I didn't really like marking this one because it's almost a counter trend trade. We're still making higher highs and higher lows at this point. It's not till here that we got a much lower high, and you probably you're not too sure about this trend line yet, but now that you get this first little, when we bounced right here, I'd draw that right there and be prepared. And when you made the little double bottom there and ticked one tick lower, then turned up and went out, I would have gone long right there. And if you didn't go long there, then you get a second entry here. Notice it went higher and it pulls back, and then it goes higher again. So then you can go long right there. I like that. It's a huge move down. We're really in an uptrend. It looks like a reversal pattern almost, but generally you're going to get another run up to try to test these highs. So I was looking for it to come back to here most likely. It didn't get that far, and then it turns down. But you got your break of this trend channel and the new low. And so you might have even thought about going short here if you ever got a signal, a good setup, but you never get a good setup here. You get congestion, and there's too big a chance this ticks lower than turns up. So I don't think there's any short there. And then guess what? You get two legs down, and this bounces right off of that same trend line, but it's a first entry. So it's a little risky again. People always ask me, when do you know to take a first entry or a second entry? Unless you've got a runaway trend that is just really strong, you can't take first entries for the most part. You're always better off to wait on the second entry. And so you don't want to be taking a first entry here because we're really kind of trending downward now. So you got to wait, and you don't get your second entry till your second entry comes right here, but you can't go long right there in that congestion. But you get a little trap here, and there's, even this one is aggressive. But notice this, you got a new low, you tested it once, you tested it twice, it held. That's a double test of a recent low. So you're probably going to get at least a scalp out of this. You don't know that it's going to start trending again, but you're going to get at least a scalp out of it. And then you get a second entry long here, which is the safe move. Notice it doesn't really come back and make a tick lower, but there's a move up, a pullback, a move up, a pullback, and then it goes higher. Notice those, so when it broke above these little matching highs, it's like a second entry long. And so then you get another little two-legged pullback. Notice this, one leg back, a move up, another leg back, and then it bounces. Look, that's rejection off those lines. It's rejecting off that trend line and the EMA. And so you rejected off that EMA there and there. You got to go long above that little bar because your figuring prices are coming to here. And look at it go. Nice move. That was probably the move of the morning so far that took off. Again, you didn't get any runners. Pulls back again. There's a first entry. I think you got to wait on the second entry, so it pulls back. Your second entry is right there. It broke lower and then went higher. So just put a stop right there. Quick, easy move. And again, no runners. And then you get a second entry long right here. This one, maybe you could make it green. I didn't like it as much because of the two up, down, up bars, but it's a failed second entry short. This is like a new leg down, first entry, pullback, second entry. So it's somewhat of a trap. It's not a great setup. And notice it didn't go very, very high before it pulls back again. So you might, if you wanted to enter here, you might have used a limit order. But when it bounces again right here, notice what's happening. You've got these matching lows and you're not getting above them. And even though this is right at the high, look how each one of these pullbacks makes a higher, starting right here. Actually starting here. Each one of them is higher than the last one. That's a sure sign that it's going to eventually break through there and go higher. You don't know how high it's going to go, but you're going to get enough to get a scalp out of it most likely. And then there's a little breakout pullback long right here. And look, notice how that trend line's holding all the way down through there. It's back in play for whatever reason. So then you get a two-legged correction back, but there's no setup here. We've already had a trend line break, so I thought the move was going to be over. And you just got to follow the rules on this little channel here. But notice the break, the new low. Aggressive traders going to take that reversal bar. Obviously, a lot of traders saw that. And it broke lower, turns, and goes out the high side. A lot of smart traders are going to go long on a stop right there. Then you kind of get this congestion again and a little move lower. And there's a second entry long right there, but I don't like that. It's not a very good setup, all this congestion. So just kind of sit tight and let's see what happens. And then you get another attempt to go lower, and it fails. So now you got a failed second entry short. Notice the new low, first entry, pull back, second entry, it reverses. Just put a stop right there. And it takes it a second, but look at it go. And another good move. And that was all I marked for today. That got us into the lunch hour, and I've been trying to do a video ever since. And it didn't a whole lot happen after that. You just kind of went into this little range. But that's really a two-legged correction. One leg, a two-legged correction in the middle, and then another correction. So then you start higher again. And really the thing that might have kept you in this to here is I'm still getting a double click on this mouse just about every time. There's leg one. And then actually from there, I would say there's leg two. And see, we actually came up short at first, and then we went past it on the next try. You might say you measure from there because there's your two legs of correction. And let's see how close we got to the measure. And see, we went just a little bit higher, and then we went into this hour correction, and then the trend started back again. Just what the rules tell us is likely to happen. So that's what I saw today. I hope we still have volume going on here, and I hope I can get this uploaded. What else was I going? Oh, I was going to show you the trades. I was through trading by 9:30. No, actually 9 o'clock, maybe somewhere between 9 and 9:30. And so I went ahead and tried to demonstrate a couple of quick trades. I said I would put them on there, so let's put those on there real quickly and just show you. There they are. There was a long right there on that first entry. I actually took the first entry on that one, and that was at 9:45 or so. And you see I exited right there. And then the next trade I entered right here. When it broke higher, I used the limit order on that one, dropped it in there. So I got a one tick early entry, exited right here, and I exited at 10:05. So 9:45 to 10:05, that was 20 minutes of trading, made $200. And so that just shows you don't have to sit here all day. You don't have to take hundreds of trades. You don't have to take 4, 5, 10 trades every day. You only need a couple of good trades, and there's plenty of them here every day. And there's others that I don't even mark sometimes because they're aggressive or whatever. But as you get better, you can take those aggressive trades. So, but there's your two trades, traded two contracts each, easy $200. So you can do that any day you like. Okay, sorry, I had a quick interruption there. But anyway, you don't have to take a ton of trades every day. There's always 2 or 3 easy trades to find. Um, you take your trades, and I mean, so anyway, I'm going to wrap it up before we lose volume and I lose my battery and everything completely. But hope you had a good trading day. Hope you have a good trading week. Um, if I'm not here tomorrow, you know why. And we'll be back to do it Monday. I think that's it. So I'm going to wrap it up. This is Mack with PriceActionTradingSystem.com, and we'll see you next time.